Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Psych Circles, where we dive deep into the intricacies of mental health and well-being. Today we're tackling a topic that many of us struggle with but rarely talk about openly. Have you ever looked at your to-do list and just stared? You know you have things to do, deadlines to meet, and responsibilities to handle, but you just can't seem to get started. It's like you're paralyzed by the sheer volume of tasks in front of you. Frozen in place, you scroll through your phone feeling guilty, thinking, why can't I just get up and do it? You might find yourself endlessly scrolling through social media, watching videos, or doing anything but the tasks at hand. The guilt builds up and you start to feel worse about yourself. People around you might even make comments and you're starting to believe them. They might say things like, you're just being lazy, or you need to try harder. These comments can be incredibly damaging, especially when you're already feeling down. You think you're just lazy. You start to internalize these comments and believe that there's something fundamentally wrong with you. You might look in the mirror and feel a deep sense of disappointment and frustration. But what if I told you, you're not lazy at all? What if the issue isn't a lack of willpower or motivation, but something deeper and more complex? What if there's something else going on? We put so much pressure on ourselves these days to perform, to be productive, to be on all the time. The constant demand to excel can be overwhelming. We put so much pressure on ourselves these days to perform, to be productive, to be on all the time. The constant demand to excel can be overwhelming. We live in a society that glorifies busyness and productivity, often at the expense of our mental health. But we rarely talk about the mental and emotional toll it takes. The stress, the anxiety, the feeling of being constantly drained. These are real issues that many of us face but don't discuss openly. In today's video, we're going to break down 7 signs that what you're feeling isn't laziness. It's actually mental exhaustion. We'll explore how to identify these signs in yourself and what steps you can take to address them. By the end, you'll not only know how to recognize it in yourself, but also how to start taking back control of your energy and well-being. You'll learn practical tips and strategies to help you manage your mental health more effectively. Let's break the shame cycle, right now. It's time to stop blaming yourself and start understanding the real issues at play. Together, we can create a more compassionate and supportive environment for ourselves and others. You're watching Psych Circles, mental health made clear, relatable, and empowering. Our goal is to provide you with the tools and knowledge you need to navigate the complexities of mental health. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell for weekly videos that help you understand your mind better. Join our community and take the first step towards a healthier, happier you. One of the biggest red flags of mental exhaustion is this. You actually want to be productive. Think about it. You have a list of things you need to do, and you genuinely care about getting them done. You care about your responsibilities. You want to clean the house, answer that email, finish that assignment. You have the desire, but then you freeze. It's not that you're not interested in getting things done, it's that you feel paralyzed. This kind of inertia often comes from your brain being completely overwhelmed. We're bombarded with information and stimulation all day long, and it takes a toll. This cognitive overload makes it incredibly hard to prioritize, organize the steps, or even just start simple actions. Think about it. Laziness usually comes with a don't care attitude, right? But when you're mentally exhausted, you care. You just don't have the mental energy to actually start. So what can you do about it? Here's a tip. Break those tasks down into micro steps. Instead of clean the kitchen, which can feel overwhelming, try put away one dish. This small step gently reboots the brain's initiation system without overwhelming it. You're easing yourself back into action. Another strategy is to set a timer for just 5 minutes. Tell yourself you only need to work on a task for that short amount of time. Often the hardest part is just starting, and once you begin, you might find it easier to keep going. Also, consider your environment. Sometimes a cluttered or noisy space can add to your sense of overwhelm. Try to create a calm, organized area where you can focus. Even small changes like tidying up your desk or finding a quieter spot can make a big difference. And don't forget to take care of your mental and physical health. Regular breaks, exercise, and proper sleep are crucial. When your body and mind are well rested, you're more likely to have the energy and focus you need to tackle your tasks. Remember, it's okay to ask for help. Whether it's delegating tasks to others or seeking support from friends, family, or professionals, you don't have to do everything on your own. Sometimes just talking about your feelings of overwhelm can provide relief and new perspectives. Lastly, be kind to yourself. Mental exhaustion is a real and challenging issue, and it's important to acknowledge your efforts and progress, no matter how small. Celebrate the little victories and give yourself credit for taking steps, even if they seem minor. By breaking tasks into smaller steps, setting short time limits, creating a conducive environment, taking care of your health, seeking support, and practicing self-compassion, you can gradually overcome the paralysis of mental exhaustion. Remember, every small step counts, and over time, these small steps can lead to significant progress. So, start small, be patient with yourself, and keep moving forward. You have the power to regain control and start accomplishing your goals, one small step at a time. So, take a deep breath, break it down, and begin. You've got this. Instead of clean the kitchen, which can feel overwhelming, try put away one dish. This small step gently reboots the brain's initiation system without overwhelming it. You're easing yourself back into action. Let's talk about another sign of mental exhaustion: constant guilt. This feeling of guilt can be pervasive, lingering in the back of your mind and coloring every action you take. It's like a shadow that follows you around, whispering that you're not doing enough, that you're falling short in some way. You're always telling yourself, "I should be doing more." The to-do list never seems to end, and each unchecked box feels like a personal failure. You look around at the cluttered workspace and feel overwhelmed, wondering how you'll ever catch up. Why can't I get it together? I'm falling behind. Sound familiar? These thoughts race through your mind, creating a loop of self-doubt and frustration. You see others managing their lives seemingly effortlessly, and you wonder why it's so hard for you. This internal shame spiral doesn't come from laziness, it comes from caring deeply but feeling trapped by your own fatigue. You want to do well to meet your responsibilities and goals, but the weight of exhaustion makes it feel impossible. Mental exhaustion often brings with it a kind of emotional perfectionism. You find yourself obsessing over details, trying to control every aspect of your environment in a desperate attempt to feel competent and in control. You hold yourself to incredibly high standards but feel completely unable to meet them, so the guilt just eats you alive. And that guilt? It's relentless, gnawing at you day and night, making it hard to find any peace. It drains the little energy you have left, creating a vicious cycle. Less energy leads to more inaction, which leads to more guilt, which leads to even less energy. It's a downward spiral that feels impossible to escape. It's exhausting. The constant mental and emotional strain leaves you feeling depleted, unable to muster the strength to break free from the cycle. So, how do you break free? Practice self-compassion. It might sound simple, but it's incredibly powerful. Taking time to be kind to yourself can make a world of difference. It's one of the most important things you can do for yourself. Self-compassion means recognizing that you're human, that it's okay to have limits, and that you're doing your best. Remind yourself, I'm doing the best I can with the energy I have today. This simple affirmation can help shift your mindset from one of self-criticism to one of self-acceptance. Write it down, say it out loud, make it a mantra. By consistently practicing self-compassion, you can start to break the cycle of guilt and exhaustion and find a path to a more balanced and peaceful life. Here's the thing about exhaustion. If you're just physically tired, a nap or a good night's sleep can really recharge you. But if you're mentally exhausted, sleep doesn't fix it. You can sleep for 10 hours and still wake up feeling foggy, heavy, and emotionally flat. Why? Because mental fatigue affects your nervous system, not just your muscles. It's like your brain is experiencing burnout. Even when your body rests, your mind is still wired, anxious, or completely disconnected. If you're dealing with this, it's essential to incorporate mental rest, not just physical. That means no screens, no to-do lists, no pressure. Give yourself permission to truly disconnect. Try meditation, journaling, or a quiet walk in nature. These activities help calm the noise and allow your mind to truly rest. Let's be honest, when you're mentally exhausted, your emotional regulation takes a serious hit. Little things set you off. You might snap at minor annoyances, cry unexpectedly, or feel totally emotionally shut down. You're not just being moody, you're emotionally depleted. This happens because mental fatigue reduces your brain's ability to filter and manage emotions effectively. The result? Either intense sensitivity to everything or emotional numbness, and sometimes both, back to back. It's like your internal battery is too low to manage feelings properly. If this sounds familiar, start tracking your emotional spikes. If you're having daily mood swings or find yourself feeling numb and disconnected, that's a clear signal you need to pause and recharge, not push through. Chapter 5. Where did you put your keys? Ever walked into a room and completely forgotten why? Missed deadlines or messages you swear you meant to reply to? Join the club. Mental exhaustion affects your executive functioning, your brain's CEO tasks like memory, organization, and focus. You might find yourself losing things, zoning out in conversations, or forgetting even simple things like meals or appointments. And then comes the identity crisis. This isn't like me, and that just leads to more guilt and confusion. But here's the thing. This isn't a character flaw, it's cognitive fatigue. Your brain is literally trying to conserve energy by turning off non-essential tasks. It's a survival mechanism. So cut yourself some slack. Use visual reminders, checklists, or phone alarms. Externalize your memory while giving your brain a much-needed break. Chapter 6. Even your favorite things feel meh. This one can be really tough. If you've lost interest in the things you used to love, like music, hobbies, reading, or even spending time with loved ones, it's not that you don't care anymore. It's that your brain is running on fumes. Mental exhaustion dulls your reward system, the part of your brain that experiences joy, excitement, and motivation. So the things that used to light you up now feel distant or pointless. Let me be clear, this isn't laziness. It's a sign that your mind needs repair, not discipline. Don't force the passion back. Instead, create space for small joys. Low effort, no pressure activities like listening to a favorite song or watching a comforting show. Chapter 7. That inner voice is getting loud. And finally, the most painful sign of mental exhaustion, the inner critic gets louder. You might hear, "I'm worthless. Everyone else is managing, why not me? I'm just lazy." Here's the truth. These thoughts aren't facts, they're symptoms. Mental fatigue strips away your mental resilience, making it easier for self-doubt, shame, and harsh inner talk to take over. And ironically, those thoughts make it even harder to recover. You're not lazy, you're in survival mode. Your brain and body are sending you a clear message. It's time to slow down and recharge. So be kind to yourself. Treat your self-talk like you'd treat a friend. When the critic speaks up, ask, "Would I say this to someone I love?" If not, reframe it with kindness and compassion. Outro. You're not alone. If this video spoke to you, give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who might need to hear this. Let's keep the conversation going in the comments below. Have you ever mistaken your exhaustion for laziness? What helped you start feeling like yourself again? And don't forget to subscribe for more clear, compassionate, and mental health content, right here on Psych Circles. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss an episode. Remember, you're not alone, and you're doing better than you think. Take care, guys.